Boys. I'm Scott, and this is
Oscar.
And we have got the next two books in the Marvel Legendary Collection, which Oscar has been collecting and reading under the simple proviso that if he doesn't read the last one, he doesn't get the next one. So he's got to read them all, whether he likes the characters or not. And it's working out quite well, because I think it's giving you a kind of a look into characters you maybe would have overlooked in the past.
It's like, one of these is Doctor Strange. If I had the choice between Spider-Man or Doctor Strange...
You pick Spider-Man book?
Pick Spider-Man, yeah.
So the two that we've got issue 6, which is Secret War.
And issue 7, which is Doctor Strange the Oath.
Doctor Strange the Oath. So, let's start. Right, so issue 6, Secret War. Tell us about it, Oz.
I love this book. Basically, only Nick Fury knows about this. These couple of heroes, I think it was like Luke Cage, Daredevil, Spider-Man, Cap, and Wolverine. And I think Black Widow as well. All went on a mission, but their memories have been wiped from it. So they had no idea that they went on this mission.
They never knew they went.
No, they never knew they went. And then it got kind of weird near the ending because, well, it didn't.
What was the mission they went on?
The mission they went on, it was some mission in Latveria.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I've read it, but basically there are these couple of villains who knew about the mission and they want to kill the heroes.
The heroes that were there, but they don't know what they've done to be targeted by them, correct? It is a kick-ass book. I mean, Secret War is a very, very good book.
There is a really cool splash page in this somewhere.
We do like a splash page. The artwork in this one is particularly gorgeous as well. I mean, yeah, there you can go.
There's another splash page as well, and it's from Spider-Man's perspective, and you see him with his hand out.
The artwork in this is absolutely gorgeous in this one. It's almost, it's beyond comic book art. It almost looks like oil painting. It's absolutely stunning.
I forgot to mention as well, the Fantastic Four make an appearance in this.
They do make an appearance in this.
It's really cool. You see Reed stretching a lot, which I personally love. I love the stretching and stuff.
An interesting one in this one is you get a lot of the shield files as well, so you get a lot of info on the kind of characters that appear in this, which is, again,
they tell you their real name, their fake name, arch enemies, where they're from. Sometimes it's just unknown because no one knows.
I mean, Marvel have done the Secret War, style a few times. There was one very famous Secret Wars, but they this was kind of an homage to it, if you will, and it's a very good book. It really is. If you've never read it, this is one of those. And you know, if you don't want to collect all these books, this is still worth one worth picking up. It's a really good story. You get the entire story in this book as well, which is kind of a nice thing with these hardback books. You get, in most of them, you get the complete story. So you get beginning, middle, and end, and it's complete. Now, naturally, with the way comic books are, they always shoot off and lead into this is what comes next. You're not going to get that. But I mean, the actual story itself is pretty much done and dusted by the time you get through to it. Obviously, there's ramifications and these things that go on to other areas of the world of Marvel, but this is a particularly good book, and I know you really enjoyed this one, didn't you?
Yes, it's top number 1.
It's number 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is, we'll talk about that, about what comes where on the ranking list, but yeah.
Something really cool about that book as well. I'm not sure if she's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't really like that show. It's not cool. Quake makes an appearance in this.
Quake is in this. There's a lot of characters in this book as well. A hell of a lot of characters.
The reason I know who Quake is because I played Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, and she's one of the Gwenpool bonus missions characters.
Okay, so that's Secret War, and then book 7. It's book 7. It's actually book 50 in the collection because these aren't going in numerical order. You get the cover sticker, which this does just peel off. This comes off quite easy. But they do actually go in a different sequence. But book number 7 was Doctor Strange the Oath. Now, I really enjoyed the Oath when I read it the first time round, but I know you didn't enjoy this book, did you?
No.
So why don't you break down what the Oath's about?
Basically, Wong is dying.
Wong has
illness.
Yeah, he has cancer, doesn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, Doctor Strange has been shot in the beginning of the book, and they go to this superhero healer called Night Nurse, which she doesn't really work at night, she works during the day. So yeah, but basically once Doctor Strange found out about Wong's illness, he goes to like this underworld place and he finds the cure for cancer, which shocking, that could help a lot in life.
Yes, it could.
Save millions of people.
So why didn't you like it?
There were bits I liked about it. It just, there's too much explaining.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of action.
There's not a lot of action, but
and the only time you get action is like a couple of pages, like 2 pages.
Yeah, I mean, the Doctor Strange is very, again, polarizing, because if you're into it, you're really into it, because Doctor Strange is very firmly in the kind of fantasy and the magic and myth of the Marvel Universe. And that ain't for everyone. So a lot of it is kind of the weird names of, this is the dagger of whatever, and this is the book of, you know, this, and this is the
Ishanti.
Yeah, and this is the gem of whatever. And there's a lot of, you know, Ether Realm and things like that. And, you know, it's not for everyone. I mean, I would imagine if you were into fancy stuff, if you played D&D as a kid, or you play it now, you're into it, Doctor Strange is for you. Honestly, it's the superhero for you. But if you're into Wolverine, Doctor Strange probably isn't the hero for you. And again, I think a lot of people will find that. I used to like Doctor Strange. I never read it. It was never one of my main books. But
he
Strange
just appeared in other stuff.
He does, and Strange pops up in a lot of things, and he is a very key character to the Marvel Universe.
I mean, that's why he's in like first 2 phases.
Now you are going to get more. I assume you're going to get more Strange books. Now in the back of these, they do sort of give us a hint at what's to come. Further reading they offer, don't they?
Yeah.
So which ones are in yours?
Well, in the further reading section, there's Avengers Disassembled,
which we've already had.
We've seen, and New Avengers Breakout, which I've been told is a good book.
It is a good book. It is a good book. Breakout was a good one. It wasn't great by any means, but it certainly wasn't a bad book.
Breakout is volume 39. This one's 32.
See, now they're clearly not going heavy on the Doctor Strange in this collection, because the 2 other for further readings are Trust Me,
which we've already reviewed,
and House of M. And House of M is...
They're books I've read before.
Well, House of M is not a Doctor Strange story.
It's
a Scarlet Witch story. It's kind of the Scarlet Witch story, House of M.
But if you think about it, it's X-Men story.
It is an X-Men story, but I would say it's more... I wouldn't say it's a Scarlet Witch story. I wouldn't say it's a Doctor Strange story by any means. And Trust Me certainly isn't a Doctor Strange story.
No,
he appears in it.
He appears in it, but not heavily.
But in like a few panels.
He's not like how Wolverine features in it.
Which would suggest
Wolverine features heavily in
which would suggest to me they're not doing it. Now I know you've read House of M, but it's still a good one for the collection. Yeah. It's a key book. It's a key.
So, do I still have to read it even though I've already read it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I really enjoyed House of M. It's a good book.
You can go around it again. So where do these rank? So what was number 1? Number 1 was...
I think it was
Enemy of the State. Number 2 was... New Ways to Die, Spider-Man.
New Ways to Die, yeah.
And number 3 was...
I think it was...
Was it Trust Me?
Trust Me, yeah. So Trust Me...
Oh, no. Oh, no, it was Trust Me.
Trust Me has been knocked down.
Trust Me has been knocked down because you are now saying that the number 1 book so far in this collection is...
Secret War.
So this is Oscar's recommendation for number 1, Secret War, which makes your top 3 now. Secret War.
Enemy of the State.
And
then New Ways to Die.
And New Ways to Die. Now, what I've noticed is Wolverine is a lead character in 2 of those books, Oz.
So is Spider-Man.
Yes, I guess, but it strikes me that you're picking up a bit of a thing for Wolverine. It's all right.
I've always had a thing for Wolverine.
Wolverine is a badass character, it really is, and it's a good one to have. Now, what we can tell you, because there has been delays with scout camps and things like that, is we have got the next 2 of these as well.
Yes.
So the next 2 are...
It's my first Captain America book, which is Captain America the Winter Soldier, Part 1, not Part 2. 1.
Part 1. Part 2, to get in part 2 first would be weird. And then the book after that is
X-Men: The Mirror Island Saga.
The Mirror Island Saga.
I took that one on camp with me to read.
Did you read it on camp?
Yeah, I read a couple of pages. Yeah.
Now, I really enjoyed the Mirror Island Saga, but we'll talk about that when we come to it. And Winter Soldier, if you watch the movies, you pretty much know the story of Winter Soldier.
Well,
but it's not
like the film.
No, it's not. It's not like for like, but yeah. there are clear similarities in the two. But that's where we are. So Oscar is saying that this is the #1 book so far. So the top 3 that he's recommended. If you don't want to buy them all, he's saying go out and get these 3. New Ways to Die, which you can still get for, I think it was $1.99 was the introductory price for that one. A bargain. Secret War and Enemy of the State. Those are Oscar's recommendations. Now, the 4 that aren't on that list are Doctor Strange: The Oath, Captain Marvel,
Higher, Further, Faster, More.
Higher, Further, Faster, More.
Trust Me,
Agent of Asgard.
And Disassembled.
Avengers Disassembled. Now, would you say any of those were bad, or they're just not good enough for your top 3?
None of them have been bad.
They're not bad. I mean, this is the thing. I think it's too harsh a word, isn't it? There's just some you didn't like as much as others. Because this is the thing. I mean, I remember there was and ahhing about where Loki goes on the list, because you enjoyed Agent of Asgard, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it's not. And again, this is why I kind of encourage this, because it does broaden your horizons. You know, it makes you read characters you wouldn't normally read.
Yeah.
You know, because again, I've said this before, if I took him into a bookstore and said, pick whatever you want, you'd probably gravitate straight to Spider-Man. Before we started doing this, you go straight to Spider-Man. Now, you might consider a Wolverine.
Oh, no, Iron Man's featured heavily in some of these books, and he's quite good in some.
We haven't had an Iron Man book yet, have we?
No, but we've had an Avengers book, and he features in that, and he was great in that.
I know a strange one as well is after the next one in the stores, so you can get Captain America: Winter Soldier and X-Men: Saga of Muir Island now, but I know the next one that's due out next week is Young Avengers Sidekicks. You'll like it. It's not bad. I personally...
Young Avengers. No. Wiccan! Oh no, not Wiccan!
Well, you got to read it. That's the rule. Otherwise, you're going to get the next one. Now, there are some badass books coming up. Particularly, Old Man Logan is in this collection, and that is one of my favourite books of all time.
He bangs his head in.
Don't worry about that. It's one of my favourite books of all time, and it's a good one. But in the other world of Marvel, something that we haven't discussed was the
ending of Moon Knight.
The ending of Moon Knight. So we never got around to talking about the end of Moon Knight, the Moon Knight TV show on Disney Plus. Did you like it, Oz?
Oh yeah, Moon Knight's one of the
Moon Knight
best
was a lot of fun.
So far.
Moon Knight was really good. Moon Knight sort of ended on a stinger. If spoilers, if you haven't watched it yet, there are spoilers coming. But, you know, it finished 2 months ago.
I thought Mark was going to die. No, I thought Stephen was going to die.
Well, again, there are personalities of Moon Knight that we still haven't seen yet.
Like, we saw Jason.
At the end. So that was
I knew it was Jason. It was going to be... I was reading up on Moon Knight, basically, and he had more than 2 personalities. And the one that came third on the list, it was Stephen, Mark, and then Jason. And I'm like... Okay, it's not going to be a little girl, but it could have been a little girl.
Because that is one of his personalities as well. He is one of Moon Knight's personalities is a little girl. Little ginger-haired girl.
Crazy.
Yeah, she's nuts.
Yeah, insane.
But yeah, so there was the stinger of Jason, which kind of, I don't know if it sets up a Moon Knight season 2, or I don't know if it sets up...
It didn't say at the end.
It doesn't.
Moon Knight film.
Well, this is the thing. I don't know where they're going with these characters. I don't know if what they're going to do is if these TV characters are just going to appear in the TV shows.
I want to see Mr. Knight again. Stephen only just started to learn how to fight. And he was great at it.
Now, I mean, one thing I think's very likely is that there's a Halloween special this year. Werewolf by Night.
Oh.
So there's a Halloween special on Disney Plus of Werewolf by Night. Now, that is a character...
that features with Moon Knight.
Now, I can't remember if Werewolf by Night first appeared in Moon Knight or if Moon Knight first appeared in Werewolf by Night. I think it was that way. I think Moon Knight was a character that appeared in Werewolf by Night, and that's where he originally came from. So it would suggest to me that the Halloween special this year will feature Moon Knight.
Is that like basically because he's a wolf and Moon Knight? Do you think he'll turn into Moonwolf like in that one old Spider-Man?
No, because that's a completely different thing, mate. Sony own all that. You keep going back to the Sony stuff, mate. That's never going to happen. And it's a completely different character.
Oh.
So the Werewolf by Night Halloween special would suggest to me that's the next time you're going to see Moon Knight. Whether he cameos in it or whether it is a Moon Knight special that features Werewolf by Night, I don't know. It would suggest that's what they've done. They probably filmed it at the same time as they were filming Moon Knight. That would make sense. But I don't know. I mean, we've not seen a legitimate TV character appear in a movie yet, have we?
Scarlet Witch.
Well, the only one I'd say we've seen that was a TV character first that we've seen end up in a movie was that brief cameo of Matt Murdock in Spider-Man.
He was in the TV
Daredevil.
show?
Yeah, there was Daredevil TV show first, and he
yeah.
was in the Spider-Man movie. As far as I'm aware, that's the only...
He was in Hawkeye, wasn't he?
He wasn't in the movie, though.
He was in the Daredevil TV show.
He was in the Daredevil TV show, he was in the Hawkeye TV show. I'm talking about a character that started in the TV and has made it to the big screen. The only one I can name so far that's done that is Matt Murdock.
From like a different universe or
No. Just the MCU. The MCU TV shows to the big screen.
Captain Carter. She's in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but she started in a movie, mate. Started in a TV show, went on to a movie.
Yeah. Because
So Moon Knight hasn't done it. Ms. Marvel hasn't done it.
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt's done it as well. So Black Bolt made a cameo in Doctor Strange.
Haha.
So Black Bolt and Daredevil are the only two that have done it. But leads, as in Moon Knight. So it'd be interesting to see what they're going to do with them. Whether all of these are characters that are going to mainly stay on the TV shows and appear in the movies briefly, or if any of these are going to go from having a TV show to having a movie, which would be interesting to see.
I'd like to see... Wait, is the Marvel Zombies thing a TV show?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So I know... Because it's like I know, well, we'll go on to the next one, which is Ms. Marvel has begun on Disney Plus. We are 2 episodes into Ms. Marvel. Are you enjoying it?
Yes.
I'm not. Now, the reason why is because I'm not the demographic for it. Now, it's not... It depends how
It's
you
just
kind of react.
comic bookish.
Well, it depends how you react to it. I mean, there are people that are sort of furious with it, and it's like, right, okay, but it's not for you. It's not for you. To assume every single Marvel product is going to be made for one demographic is insane.
It's designed for teenagers.
It's for teenagers. It's for kids. It's I think a little oriented
it
towards.
Go towards adults, really.
No, it's not. It plays more like a Nickelodeon show, or that's what it plays like, and it's because that's its market. That's what it's for. Now, this whole sort of rage, oh, that's not for me. I'm like, I know, but Deadpool isn't for children, is it? So you've got that. That's what they make for you. If you're an adult out there that wants the kind of grittier, rawer, and kind of more adult superhero, they cater for you. That's what Deadpool is.
Wolverine.
But if you want something that isn't quite as extreme and is appealing to kids,
Spider-Man.
that's what Ms. Marvel is. That's what Spider-Man is to a degree. So there are going to be different aspects of it. A show that is about a teenage girl probably isn't going to appeal to you. It's going to appeal to people that can relate to it. So it seems strange that there's kind of this rage for it where I hate it. So it's not for you. It's not for you. I'm not enjoying it because it's not for me. I can't relate to...
Still, you're going to watch it, though, because it links to the
Of course
MCU.
I'm going to watch it, but I mean, it's like I can't relate to tween girls, mate. Do you know what I mean? So it's just not for me. I'm kind of watching thinking, yeah, no, really.
Here's the thing. I kind of can, because I had a lot of friends that were girls in year 6. Literally. Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, it's a little bit formulaic, if I've got to critique it another way, because again, this is for me the worst thing about superhero movies and TV shows. We have to go through the origin every time, and it's that. So they're all origin stories. So it gets a little bit okay. So you're gonna.
She wasn't gonna stretch.
I know, but we get the same thing where it's like struggling with their powers, trying to understand their powers, mastering their powers, and then eventually the series ends with them having their shiny suit on. That's typically how these all end, and I've no doubt Ms. Marvel end the same way as well. She's gonna fumble around in that outfit that she's wearing at the moment. At the end, she'll have the proper Ms. Marvel outfit on. That's what's going to happen. It's what happens in all of them.
There hasn't been a villain yet.
I think the guy's the villain, isn't he? I'm pretty sure the guy's the villain, and I'm fairly sure the guy is a.
No, I think the woman in the car at the end.
Yeah, they both are. I know the guy's a an Eternal.
Yeah, the Eternal guy. I thought you were going on about the guy who was moving away, her friend, for a moment there.
No, the guy that you thought was going to be a boyfriend. That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's an Eternal. So we know he's the villain. So there's that. I mean, I don't know. And again, I'll say I don't hate it by any means. I'm like, it's one of those. It's not really grabbing me. When this one ends, we've got, I think there's only 6 episodes to this one, and then fairly rapidly we go into She-Hulk. So She-Hulk will be the next one. Who knows? I mean, it's again, people have the daggers out. People have daggers out for that one for the CG, and I'm like, well, chill your jets.
Abomination.
And let's yeah, exactly. I think it'll be fun. I think She-Hulk will be a fun show. I think it looks like it'll be.
I want to see. Not Smart Hulk.
No, I don't want Smart Hulk. I don't want Professor Hulk.
Not getting Smarter Hulk. Dumb Hulk.
Hulk. Yeah.
Bring out Dumb Hulk.
Bring back Hulk.
I mean, literally, he was great in the first film when he was just angry all the time and wasn't smart at all.
He's just had a steady descent, hasn't he, Hulk, in the Marvel Universe? He started so strong in Avengers, and then gets his ass kicked in...
By Thanos.
No. In Age of Ultron. Gets his ass kicked by Stark in the...
Oh, yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, in the Hulkbuster. Then in...
4, he gets his butt kicked.
Well, in Endgame and Infinity War, he just gets his ass kicked a lot.
Thanos just beats him up.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, they've made him really weak. I think we've discussed this before, but they've kind of...
Literally,
they've really diluted the Hulk.
People are saying, yeah, hear me out. Thanos is stronger than Hulk. Thanos will never be stronger than Hulk. He was using the Power Stone against Hulk.
Yeah, no, Hulk needs to kind of proper batter someone, because that hasn't happened yet.
Abomination revenge for what he did in Incredible Hulk.
Well, he already did kick his ass once, but I mean it's fun that he battered someone again.
He needs to do it again.
Hopefully. So that is about it for this week. We will have another one that's coming up fairly shortly because we've got to catch up. So we will have books 8 and 9, which again, as we said, are Captain America the Winter Soldier and X-Men the Muir Island Saga. We will have those coming up very soon, but as it stands right now, Oscar's recommendation is for you to buy, which is available on Hachette's website, Secret War. They are a bargain, honestly, for a hardback. I mean, they charge the same for paperbacks that Hachette are charging for hardbacks. So grab yourself a decent book. It's a great read. You will enjoy it a lot. That's it for this time in a world where you can be anything at all. Just be nice, and we will see you next time. Say goodbye, Oscar.
Bye.
Bye bye.